Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of the Street Smart Millionaire. Today, we have a long-term client. Ryan, how long have you been in my coaching program?
6.5 years.
And this is the first time I've got to coach you personally this semester. And wow, have I been impressed. How long have you been in the mortgage business?
Since 2002.
So about 23 years. Tell me about the first 2 or 3 years of your career. Where did you work? How did it go?
Yeah, I was at a big national brokerage shop for a few years from 2002 through 2006. Focused a lot on refinances. Didn't really develop relationships. Just was trying to make, those FHA streamlines work early on in my career.
So in 22 years, how many years do you felt like? For me, I felt it took me like 7 or 8 years before I got really good at the mortgage business. How long do you feel it took you?
Yeah, about the same. It really took off in like 2007, 2008.
I got in the business in 1984 and I had my first big year. Like, I always think of a big year as when you make $1 million. So I made $1 million 11 years into my career. How many years did it take you to make $1 million?
9.
9. So you got there before me. And how many years in a row have you done it?
Since 2011. So
really, for 4 years in a row, you've made over $1 million. That's quite. You know what percentage of America
15.
makes $1 million? 1/10 of 1%. So you're one of the top 200 loan reps in America, correct?
Yeah, around there. Yep.
You do about how many million a year?
80, 85, 90.
So you do 80 to 90 million. And how many families do you serve a year?
Somewhere around 200 to 300, depending on the year.
So you do between 15 and 25 loans a month?
Correct.
No. I look at people's infrastructure and it kind of determines their life. Tell us about your infrastructure. How many people help you do this?
Yeah, so I have a team captain that's been with me for 15 years. So he's like my head LP1, my head loan partner. And then I have 2 loan partners that pre-approve clients, follow up with the leads, make sure they get all the documentation, set up the consultations. And then I have an admin assistant and then a processor that processes all those.
You have 5 people that help you take care of these clients. Why so many people?
It takes a lot. I mean, if I want to continue to grow my business, I have to be the one making the calls, making it rain. And, I need the support to be able to do all those other things.
Well, I believe in being overstaffed because I believe it creates a white glove experience. You agree?
Yes.
I think like when I've been short-staffed in my life, I don't know that I've always done a great job as a mortgage man or a coach. Like I look at my mortgage group and I have about 38 loan reps and I have about 35 staff people. And I think we serve about, 240 clients a month. And you really need a lot of people to have a great infrastructure. So you work at a bank, right?
No, it's independent.
So you work at an independent mortgage company. And what kind of clients do you do loans for? Do you do conventional, jumbo, FHA? What kind of clients do you deal with?
A lot of affordable housing, a lot of first-time home buyers, a lot of which have challenges.
So, and you have how many, you basically deal with realtors?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And how many realtors do you deal with to refer you your clients?
Total of about 80.
So you have 80 realtors, and how many leads do you get a month?
About 130.
Okay, so you get a lot of leads. So yeah. How come 130 leads to get 20 clients? How come such a big disparity between leads and conversion?
Our product mix and the clients we're helping are very challenged. We get a lot of people that aren't ready to buy a home yet.
So of your 130 leads, how many are not ready currently?
It's about 20%.
And of those 30 leads a month, do you do like long-term client development for credit repair and income worthiness?
Yes.
Cool. So how many past clients do you serve?
Over 4,000.
And what do you do to take care of them?
A lot of customer appreciation events annually. We do that, but a lot of it's through my CRM. I do a lot of drip on them. I have annual reviews with them, check in with them from time to time. I make sure they're hearing from me on a pretty regular basis.
And how much of your business is your past clients returning? 5%, 10%?
Not enough. About 7%.
So about 7% is your past clients coming back. Why do you think more businesses don't get more of their past clients to come back?
Number one, they don't stay in touch with them enough. And number two, they didn't do a good enough job up front.
I agree. I have always heard a stat that 65% of all people that get a mortgage or buy a home are unhappy with the experience. Why do you think that is?
It's just not Personal enough, right? It's a transaction. They're not relational. They're transactional.
I think that's a big part of it. What do you do to get relational with your clients?
I try to understand who they are, what they like. We try to get an all about you form on every single client. We like to gift them little things based on their all about you, so they see that we hear them, that we listen to them. Yeah, I think that's important. People think they're not just a number.
Of your 130 leads, how many are met with, how many are Zoomed with, and how many are done online?
Right now, it's only about 10%, 5% that are met with face to face. Almost 90% of them are on Zoom or Microsoft.
So you do a lot of Zoom meetings with their clients. I noticed you're super dressed up. Is this your normal attire?
It is.
Now, I had a level 2 training yesterday, and I have 100 level 2s. They'd pay me $2,000 a month. I have about 340 level 3s that pay me $3,500 a month. And probably 30 had golf shirts on, 5 had t-shirts, 2 had sweatshirts on. What do you think I did?
You probably yelled at him, Rick.
I crushed them. Why? They're not
You got to dress for success.
I see. You watch Fox News and you watch CNN. Where are they more dressed up?
I guess, I don't know.
Fox News, they're more dressed up. If
I don't pay attention.
NBC, what are they all day long?
They're dressed up. Yeah.
So if you're in the mortgage business or the real estate business or the financial planning business, you're really a version of Wall Street. And I know you have a finance degree, correct?
That's right.
And I know you were a trader before you became a mortgage man. What was that life like?
Oh, it was awesome. Yeah. I was a trader on the American Stock Exchange. I traded options. It was a lot of fun. High energy.
How long did you do that?
A couple years.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you went to college for finance. You went into the being a trader. What made you decide to go in the mortgage business?
Well, I was in the World Trade Center on 9/11, and my wife said, moving to Maryland. So I said, okay. And she said, I think you'd be good at this mortgage gig. So I gave it a shot.
Your wife kind of decided what career you should be in. I like that. How long have you been married? We'll transition into that. How long have you been married?
25 years.
Excellent. And you got married at what age?
I was 23, 24 years old.
So right now you're 48 years old then, right? How many kids do you guys have?
3.
And how old are they?
I have one that just graduated college, so she'll be 23 this year. I have a junior at Clemson, and then I have a rising junior in high school.
Wow. So you had your kids early on in your marriage and they're getting older. And what's your college graduate child going to be doing?
Nursing.
That's a beautiful career. I like that. Really caring and helping other people. I like that a lot. What is your Clemson child doing?
Civil engineering.
Wow. Okay. And your youngest, what are their plans?
Engineering as well.
So nobody's following the family footsteps?
No.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. Maybe a lot of weekends on the phone, but I never missed a kid's sports game. So I don't know. I tried to get them into it. They just don't want to sell.
Well, I have a teacher and I have one that works for me in the coaching business, and hopefully I'll get one of my 5 grandkids to come in sales. I do have 3. I have a nephew and 2 godsons that are working for me. So maybe you'll get a nephew or a godson to come join you and take over the family business. So what do you love about the mortgage business?
The people I do it with, honestly. I go to work every day. I'm in the office. I love the people I'm doing it with. My team's been with me a long time. And I enjoy problem solving. I enjoy building the relationship, the challenge. It's always different every day. And I like the competition of it all. I'm driven by competition. So it's fun for me.
Well, you know, the core is very competitive and you're very competitive. You're on a tough call. We're just getting started this semester. I find that most people that I coach don't have enough dream referral partners. A dream referral partner for a lender would be 1 deal a month from a realtor. How many of your realtors give you a deal a month? Not a lead a month, a deal a month.
Right now it's 2.
So the problem with your business, too many leads, not enough a referral partner. You agree?
I do agree.
So
yep.
I think that when I look at business and I look at being closest to the money, I'm coaching you this semester. You hang out with a lot of coaches. You know a lot of successful people. Identifying your dream client, like for me, my dream client does over 25 million and they're desperate to get to 50 to 100 million. That's my dream coaching student. They do over 25 million in volume as a realtor lender, and they're just focused on getting much bigger, which you are. And I think that your ideal client is a realtor that sends you a deal a month, correct?
I agree.
So you're probably 5 whales away from being a fabulous loan rep. You're a really good loan rep. You're a top loan rep, but being from one of the top, you don't have enough ideal realtors. So you're working harder than you need to work. Why?
It's just what I've always done. So I'm glad I'm being coached by you
Here's
this
the thing.
semester. So
BNC referral partners call a lot and check in a lot. You agree?
yes, they do.
What do you think the best realtors do?
Just when you get into your business, don't let me worry about it.
Here are the Johnsons. You're the best ever. See you at the closing. You understand what their top referral partners do? So I think that when I look at like being closest to the money, identifying my perfect client, and doing the basics better than everybody else, I think that you do the basics really, really well. I think that you haven't always pursued to be as close to the money as you should have. Why is that?
I think I gravitated towards what was easier.
Well,
So
I think that for me, I have pursued 10 people really, really hard. You've been with me for 6 years and you're just starting to pursue me in the last 6 months. Now you're training to be one of my coaches. I'm coaching you personally. And I'll be honest, I'm loving what I'm seeing. So top secret agent men don't go far in life unless it's in a James Bond movie. You agree?
yes.
We got to be out there. We got to be chasing people. So listen, who have been some of your mentors in your career?
Former presidents of the company, Joe Stumpf, I was a big fan of for many, many, many years. I followed him.
Do you know why I worked with Joe Stump for 6 years?
I know.
I was his lender coach, but that was before your time, wasn't it?
I just missed you there. Yeah. Yeah.
So I was with Joe from like 95 to 01. So when did you go with Joe Stump, who was a great mentor of mine? I pursued Joe really hard. How long were you in buyer referral only?
2002 to 2008.
Okay, so you were with him for 6 years.
Yeah.
And did you pursue him or just follow him?
I pursued him. Yeah.
So you spent time with him?
I went out to Cardiff by the Sea. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I thought he was great on stage. I thought he was really smart. He read a lot. He taught me a lot of great things about how to work an audience, how to be on stage. I worked for him for 6 years. Me and Brian Buffini worked for him at the same time. Brian was a famous realtor coach. I'm a famous lender coach. So we both had different takes, but we both grew under the same mentor. Who else have you pursued? A couple presidents of your company, Joe Stomp. Now you're pursuing me a little bit. Who's mentored you in your personal life? Who's been your role models in your personal life?
Actually growing up, it was a lot of like, my parents split. So my dad wasn't around as much. So I pursued a lot of my friends' fathers. That helped me kind of frame the kind of family I wanted to have when I got older. So a lot of that,
in particular, that you really learned a lot from?
Yeah.
And what did he teach you?
Character, class, leadership.
Well, character, class, and leadership are really big things. I think respect, honesty, hard work. I think those are all things that I had to go outside and learn. I think that my dad worked a lot and he wasn't a very connected person. So I didn't really get to know him much. So I had some baseball coaches and I had some parents of some of my friends that I really were drawn to that I think are helped.
Me too.
You've been married 25 years. Do you think you're good at it?
I'm always trying to get better.
So what are some things that you do really well as a husband?
I say sorry a lot.
You do? Okay, good. Are you guys good friends?
Yes. Yeah.
You go on dates still at this point in your marriage?
Yeah, we try to. I mean, the kids take up a lot of our time still, even though they're older. But yes, we certainly go on date nights. Absolutely.
Well, what does a good date look like to you?
We go out to dinner, maybe have a glass of wine, just talk about life. We go for a lot of walks. Yeah.
Do you have dogs?
We do have dogs. Yep.
So we have dogs and we walk the dogs a lot. What kind of dogs do you have?
We have a French bulldog and a Bernedoodle.
Okay, cool. So you're out walking the dogs a lot. That's a pretty good date for us. We walk the dogs for about an hour. We talk about each other's week. We talk about each other's days. We talk a lot about the future because I'm getting older. Do you guys spend much time talking about the future now that you're almost 50?
We do, yeah. I mean, we still have a dream of owning our own farm, so we dream about the farm a lot. And
we'll see.
I know.
Be a farmer like me, huh?
Yes, that's right. Yep.
So I will tell you, Sunday, my neighbor called me that's next to my farm, and she says, "You're having a baby calf." And we ran out there, and one of our cows just dropped the baby, and we got to watch the mama cow lick the baby and nudge the baby, and we got to watch the baby step up and take its first steps, and then had see. Now I know you have some land now. How many acres do you have now?
15.
And what kind of animals do you have on your 15 acres?
Nothing yet. Nothing. We don't have a house on it yet or anything.
So you have land on water, and so I remember you have land on waterfront, like on a big river, correct?
Yeah. Yep. On the tip.
So are you going to build out there and move out there?
Eventually. Yep.
And that's how far from where you are now?
By boat, about 35 minutes. By car, about an hour and a half.
So it'd be pretty far to work from there. So it might be
about an hour and 15 minute commute. I'm sorry?
This should probably be a long-term plan of you living out there?
Yeah.
So I'm on 75 acres, and I live at the lake, and they're about a half hour away, and my house is really small at the farm, and my farm is really casual. It's not like a fancy farm, so it would be kind of out of place to tear the house down and build a big house. But I'm probably looking for a big farm that I can live on full time. My wife loves the farm life, and if you're going to be a good husband, you got to put them on a pedestal, and you really got to do what's best for them. Do you agree?
I agree 100%.
So when you're not working, what are you into?
I love sports.
So do you play sports or watch sports?
Both. Yeah.
What do you play?
Golf. I'll play pickleball. I mean, I'll do whatever. I'll play tennis with my son. He's a tennis player. I like to work out a lot. We go to the beach. We have a beach house, so I like going down to the beach.
Yeah. You got a beach house. You got a farm out on the water, and you got a house, and you got it going on with real estate, and you've been a great investor. I loved getting into your finances. You've done really, really, really well. I mean, you have a great portfolio. I mean, you're sitting on how many million invested right now?
A few. Yeah. We get some money invested.
Well, and I think you're doing really well. I mean, and over 5 million is a really good portfolio. So you're doing really well financially. So you only work because you love it. You agree?
I agree.
So what do you love about the business?
Like I said earlier, it's really about the people for me. I love doing life with the people I work with, right? My team we're tight, and, going out for a drink afterwards, playing some cornhole or whatever it is. And just the camaraderie. We do the major championships in golf. We do pools for that. And, we just like being around each other, and I enjoy that. And that, I have some other loan reps in the office that I'm tight with, and that's what I love most about it. And then, of course, all the referral partners we work with, I just enjoy that, trying to build a new relationship or nurture a relationship. I enjoy it.
Well, I will tell you, from my standpoint, I've been 41 years in the mortgage business and 30 years in the coaching business, and I've been an investor in the stock market for 40 years. And I love the stock market, but it doesn't give me the emotional charge of working with my loan reps or working with my coaching students. I think that having human interaction and contact with human beings and learning how to zig and zag with human beings so they can get out what they want, you can get out what you want, and it's a win-win relationship. I find those really fun things, and I would never not work, because I just think coaching people and doing loans, I love the stock market, and it's a lot of fun. I enjoy trading in the stock market, but it doesn't give me the joy of helping a loan rep put a deal together, or helping a loan rep get a realtor, or helping a realtor build their business. It's just more fun. You agree?
I do agree. And that's why I've kind of fallen in love with the coaching.
Will you always work?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Well, I'm a guy that's ahead of you in every category. I'm older, I'm wiser, I'm wealthier, and I'm telling you, I'm always going to work. I think that, for me, the Bible is either the greatest book of all times or the Word of God. You agree it's either one of those two things?
Yes.
For me, it's the Word of God. And not once in that book does it talk about retirement.
Never.
Talks about people 70, 80, 90 years old still working and working the land and working the animals. And I just think that, I've known some people that have retired. Have you known some people that have retired?
Yes.
It seems like they go downhill really fast. You notice that?
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's kind of, so I want to be as productive as I can, as long as I can. I want to change the planet. I want to help people do well. And I think that being successful in business gives you a lot of opportunities, because people will listen to you. It gives you a little more credibility. So for me, there's a verse in the Bible in James 3:1 where it says, "Be cautious, those of you that become teachers, because you will be more judged." Are you up for being more judged now that you want to
I am.
coach for me?
Yep,
A big responsibility, isn't it?
it is.
So you're in your first couple weeks as a coach. You've got 6 clients, and how's that going? Coaching, getting to coach some people.
It's great. Yeah, I've spent a fair amount of time with them already. I'm just working on goals, and I enjoy it. I love coaching. I've done some coaching here at my company here for a while now, and I was ready. I'm ready to take the next step in it, and that's why I'm glad.
For me, coaching boils down to connect, pound, dominate. You got to connect with the clients. You got to pound the snots out of them and make them uncomfortable. Like I'm coaching you this semester. I'm pounding you on landing some new whales. You agree?
Yes.
So we're going to get 5 new whales in 60 days that send you a deal a month. So how are you targeting whales? What are you doing to target some whale realtors?
Yeah, so I really want to go after agents that like the same stuff I like, right? I want
You're looking them up on social media?
Yes, exactly.
And some of my already bears locally, then you're looking them up on social media to find out if they have some like interest. So what does pursuing whales look like at your level?
I'm calling them. I'm trying to set up the face-to-face, and I'm being honest with them. Like, hey, like I love what you do. You know, we've played pickleball together, or we've gone golfing together. Like, we should be working together. We should be doing life together. Like, this is what we should be doing together. I'm just honest with them.
Well, and I will tell you, I believe you are who you hang out with. Like there've been many books that say, show me your 5 closest connections and I'll show you your output in life. And I think that they're lucky to hang out with you and you're lucky to hang out with them. And I'm lucky to hang out with you and you're lucky to hang out with me. And I think that good behavior rubs off. It's kind of like if you hang with dogs, you get fleas. If you hang with eagles, you learn how to soar. So I think I would use that approach when you're calling whales. Like a voice would be, hey, Ryan, this is Rick from Bob's Mortgage Company. You know, if you hang with dogs, you get fleas. If you hang with eagles, you soar. I've been in the mortgage business for 22 years. I'm always in the top 200. You're a top realtor. Let's meet and share some ideas and let's fly together. I think that'd be a good voicemail. So that might help you try something like that. Does that make sense?
I'll give that a shot.
Cool. Now, I think once you meet with them, half the battle is over. What's the second half of the battle?
Following up?
Yeah. Now, where do most people drop the ball? In the initial call, the initial meeting, or the follow-up?
The follow-up.
The follow-up. So just so you know, I have a loan rep that works for me that's really good, but she's not like in your level. She's about half of your size. And her follow-up is horrible. Like she'll meet 20 new realtors and she'll call them maybe once or twice each. How are they going to feel? How am I going to feel if I met you as a coach, met you as a loan rep and I'm a coach and didn't follow up on you? Would you feel important or unimportant?
Unimportant.
Yeah. So people think that they don't think it's a big deal to not follow up. And when you don't follow up, you're really disrespecting that person. So what does good follow-up look like to you?
I'm calling them weekly. You know, I love doing videos, so I send a lot of videos out. So I'm always top of mind with them. And I'm trying to get to
card, call, video, gift.
Yeah.
So I think a couple videos, a card, a gift, 5 phone calls. I think those things say you're important to me. You agree?
Yes.
Now, I think that a gift could be as little as something small that they like to a piece of business. So we got to win people over. You agree with that?
Yes.
So I think you're 5 whales away from being a dominant player. So you're not as competitive as I thought you would have been. Why?
Because I don't have the 5 whales already.
Yeah. I think that whoever has the best referral partners wins. Do you not agree?
Yes.
I look at like all the people that I know that make 2 million or 5 million or 10 million in life. I think that they have more whale accounts. Like I look at my owner and he's the number 1 retail mortgage company in America. Why? He lands every big whale. He calls all the top 100 loan reps. He has 5 of the top 10 in America. He probably has, 40 of the top 100. He literally calls and pursues whales all the time. So I think that if you look at me, I attack loan reps and realtors that do over 25 million. Those are whales, aren't they? I look at my financial planners, number 8 in the nation. He attacks people with 50 million in their portfolio. Most people build a book of business and then they sit pat on the book of business they have. Do you agree?
Yes.
So they have this 5 to 10 years where they build their business. Then they have this 5 to 10 years where they coast. Then they wonder why they drop off. Do you notice that?
Yes.
Yep. So I look at it as a flight of stairs. I get a bunch of clients, I take care of them. I get a bunch of clients, I take care of them. I get a bunch of clients and I take care of them. So I bring in about 70 new clients a semester, and I lose probably 30 or 40. Which matters more, the ones I get or the ones I lose?
The ones you get.
Wrong. Why do the ones I lose matter more than the ones I get?
You already had a relationship with them.
I broke my promise to the ones I've lost. What have I done?
Yeah, broken promise.
So losing an employee or losing a client or losing a loan rep breaks my heart because I let that person down. Do you feel that way about your referral partners that leave you or your clients that leave you?
Absolutely. It's crushing.
So I love the new ones, and I'm going to take care of them. I'm going to do the best job I can, and you're going to help me take great care of our new clients. But the ones I lost, man, I feel like I let them down and I failed them because they hired me and said, hey, Rick, I want to make a lot of money. I want to have a lot of money in the bank. I want to be a good person. Help me. So they must have feel I didn't help them enough. So I think that, like, when I study a lot of pro athletes, the agony of defeat and the thrill of victory, which matters more to a great athlete?
The agony of defeat is brutal for me.
Agony of defeat is more important than the thrill of victory. So I think you got to hate losing more than you love winning. So
For sure.
I think when being competitive, you're on coaching calls, you got to compete to win. So you've been in by referral only, and you've been in my program 6 years each. Any coaching in between that or just 2 times?
Just the 2. Yeah.
So 12 years out of 22 years we're in coaching. When you're in coaching, did you do better than when you weren't in coaching?
Absolutely.
Cool. Everybody needs a coach. Why should they pick the core?
It's high levels of accountability, and I think that's what it takes to be successful is, you actually inspect what you expect.
I do. I love that I inspect what I expect. I look at your greatness tracker. I see how many calls you're making. I see them in the business you're having. I track your lead tracker and how many leads you're getting. I'm looking at your pay log. I'm looking at your P&L. I'm looking at your personal budget. I'm looking at your portfolio. I met with a guy today that has 72 different positions in his portfolio for 2.3 million. Is that a good or a bad portfolio?
Not great. It's a bit much.
It's too much. I think that 10 is a good portfolio. What do you think as an investor?
It depends what it's in, but 10 to 20 is typically.
I think if you have a couple
years.
funds and a handful of stocks, I think that's a good portfolio. But I think if you own the S&P 500, you've got a little piece of 500 companies. If you own the QQQ, you got a little piece of 100 companies. But it's like to have like 5 funds and 35 stocks. I think that's too many things to pay attention to. And I think a good financial planner has their client in less things, couple index funds, maybe a couple mutual funds, a handful of stocks. How many positions do you have in your portfolio?
Individual stocks, I got about 5.
And how many funds do you have?
Well, they're indexes. I have a couple of funds that give me some international exposure, but that's about it. Total's about 18, 17.
Do you have 17, 18 things? How active are you on your portfolio? How much time a week do you put on it?
So with this, I check my stuff every day.
So I check the morning, the afternoon, and the night. I review every week for an hour, and I make changes every quarter. How often do you make changes?
I do every quarter. Yep.
So I may change 5 to 10% of my holdings. What will you change?
That's about that. I'd say 5%.
And then every December I do tax harvesting. Tell them all what tax harvesting is.
Yeah, you sell off the dogs that'll lost you some money so you can carry over some losses. I do direct indexing, so I do that throughout the year with the S&P 500. I think it's a great strategy to harvest losses throughout the year and still capture the gains on the S&P 500.
I think that, so you have to watch what you're selling that gains money and what you're selling that losses money. That's really what tax harvesting is. You're washing out the losses against the gains to try and pay minimal taxes. Now, sometimes I sell stocks in Decembers that I like. What do I do with them? If I sold a stock I liked that was in the red.
You got to pay tax on that money, right? So
I would sell it for a loss in December and buy it back in the end of January because you have to wait 30 days before you can buy that stock back. So a lot of times I'll have a stock that I believe in and I'm dollar cost averaging on the way down, and I will sell it in December to get the loss, and then I'll buy it back in the January because I believe in that stock. So I look at my stocks and I'm saying, do I believe in this company for 1 year, 3 years, and 5 years? That's what I look at when I'm looking at stocks. Well, Ryan, you have an excellent business I love coaching you. You're super competitive. You're super driven. You seem like you do every homework. The sooner you get me 5 new whale realtors that refer you 1 deal a month, the sooner I'll get off your back. You got it?
I appreciate it. Yep.
Well, thank you everybody for coming on this week's episode of the Street Smart Millionaire. Thank you, Ryan, for taking a half hour to your busy day. All of you go out there and be all you can be. Remember, accumulate wealth, build balance. Thank you, Ryan. See you, everybody. Have a great day.
Thanks, Rick.